Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
Check it out. What's it all about?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's one of those great last days, but also sad because it's the last day, and we're going back to Magic Kingdom for Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Princess Day.
That's right. It's a completely princess day for the kids. We're doing the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, then having dinner at Cinderella's castle. But Mom also snagged Guardians of the Galaxy Lightning Lane for later today.
Also doing Tron again.
That's right. So yeah, that's right. So Mom also snagged Tron this morning for a virtual cube, which when we do a little rider swap, and so then one of us gets to do the Lightning Lane for that. So it goes by really quickly. And I think our boarding time, usually online, it's telling us for somewhere around 1:30, so hopefully that works out. But yeah, we're gonna do a few more rides. Not that we haven't done them all already at Magic Kingdom. And
we also have like 13 snap credits to use today, so
yeah. And so you guys, that's the whole thing. At the end of this video, we're gonna be heading back home, so we'll end the video going back home, and maybe at the very end we'll kind of do a quick run through of all the things that we think for us were do's and don'ts, pro tips, etc. for your family vacation. Yeah. So stick around, hang around, stay to the very end for that. But right now, we have to jump on the monorail to get over to Magic Kingdom to start our Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique day.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very special day for you. So, let's get things started with, oh dear me, what did I do with that magic wand? Let's see, no. Oh, of course. Now you know the magic words, don't you, dear? Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
Well, it's certainly 200 times more busy than it was last night. Right now we're gonna go ride Big Thunder Mountain because that's what's up on our Genie Plus pass, and then head back probably over here to Tron to try to get our virtual queue done, and then maybe finish with Pirates, and then we get to go inside the castle for our nice dinner tonight. Do you love your ice cream?
I taste like strawberry.
Yummy. Me and Aria came over here and took a little snack break because like Mom said at the beginning of the video, we actually have a lot of snacks to get rid of today.
And Mom go on the ride, so you got ice cream.
That's right. So Mom and Isla are doing Big Thunder Mountain because Aria is just not quite tall enough, 40 inches. Aria is just right over 38 if you've been following the vlog. So far you guys know they check her every time we do a 38 ride, and she's passed every time.
After Mom, Dada is gonna go on the ride, and then Mom is gonna look at me and eat ice cream.
Yeah, so Aria doesn't mind because she always gets ice cream every time we do a rider swap like this. So Isla and Mom are riding Big Thunder Mountain right now, and then in theory, Isla will ride with me right after they're finished, and we'll go right through the Lightning Lane, get that done, and then Tron should be open for us.
And after that, going to the elephant ride.
That's right. That's right.
After Mom and after Dad, we're going to elephant ride.
So it sounds like they want to do Dumbo, so we'll see if we can get that one in there too, but we also got Pirates booked after Tron.
Wait, Pirates?
Yeah, you want to go see Pirates again?
Yeah.
Arr.
And yesterday, we were going to the haunted house, and then I saw a ghost.
Yeah, you're talking about Haunted Mansion, you saw the ghost?
Yeah.
Did you like that ride, or was it scary?
It's not scary.
Not scary?
No.
We were the only ones who rode it.
I think we again after Dumbo.
You want to do that one again after Dumbo?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have time because we got to go to Cinderella's castle.
After Cinderella castle, we're going to her house.
Oh, we'll see.
And my face is gone.
It's gone? That's because you washed it off. Okay, me and Princess Aurora, Isla, Queen Isla. Princess Aurora are riding Big Thunder Mountain. This is the ride that Daddy did when he was little. Literally just sprinted over here from Tron to make it to Cinderella's castle for our dining experience. Goodbye Magic Kingdom and off back to Epcot. That's the last time we'll go to Magic Kingdom this year, but stay tuned, we may be back next year. Maybe. Tron was amazing, Cinderella's castle was amazing. Like I said, at the end of this video, we'll give a full rundown review of all of our likes, dislikes, and things to do, tips, pro tips, etc. But we're going to ride Guardians of the Galaxy one last time and close everything at Epcot.
A few moments later.
With the last second miracle shot, Mom pulled off Frozen while we were on the monorail to get a lightning lane for Frozen, which is right now, and that's what we're gonna do first because that's what Aria's been requesting to end her day because she looks like Elsa.
Come on, let's go and play.
It's just a figure of speech, Drax.
Oh guys, we made it back home, but what a way to end our last day at both parks, Magic Kingdom and of course at Epcot, because obviously, as we just mentioned, Mom got us an awesome lightning lane right at the very end there to get a ride on Frozen, which was kind of towards the end of the park. And then we had to basically run all the way to Guardians of the Galaxy. And we kind of power walked. We didn't really run really fast because we thought we had plenty of time because it was 8 o'clock. Park closes at 9. Got there right around 8:20, 8:15, 8:20-ish. And so what ended up happening, we were standing in line to do our rider swap. And of course, the people in front of us was taking forever. But again, we weren't that concerned with anything because we thought we had plenty of time.
Well, of course, when you want to hurry up and go, something is always slowing you down.
Always happens. And so, as we did the rider swap, Mom and Isla got to go before I went. So me and Aria were hanging out just around the Guardians of the Galaxy area. We took a lot of cool photographs with our photo pass. That worked out really well. So did that, flexed our muscles a little bit while we were waiting for Mom and Isla. And man, time just kept ticking and ticking and ticking, and I kept watching, and of course Mom had her phone, so we were texting back and forth. And
like I could make it move any faster.
Well, the goal was I had to get in line before 9 o'clock because the park was technically going to close at 9 o'clock. If you don't get in line by then you can't ride the ride, even though we did the whole rider swap and checked in for that. So as time went by, it took Mom almost, I don't know, like 35 minutes to get through the entire ride. It's not that the line was long, it's really just all the pre-shows you have to go through for Guardians of the Galaxy. It takes that long just to get through all the different rooms. There's like 3 rooms you got to go through just to get to the ride itself. So as me and Aria were waiting out there by ourselves, waiting for Mom, we were actually standing right by the exit because time was ticking down. It was about 8:57 that Mom got out of the ride and down to the stair as I was looking up waiting for her.
Had to run with Isla in my arms.
Which then it's almost like a handoff. She handed off the baton to me. I ran to the front and got in line just in time, and I was the last rider on that ride for the night. And of course, while I was waiting in line for that, as the last car was about to go, we were standing in line right ready to board the last ride, and the person, I guess, before us had puked or something in the seat, and so they had to wait and clean all that up, and so it just delayed us leaving the park even longer than what we expected. But that's
I have to chime in here. Because we thought that Dad had to be in line by 9 o'clock, but since leaving the park, I found out that's not true. If you had the lightning lane already set up, which we did, they would have honored it and let you get on.
Oh, well, that's good to know. So there we go. So we learned something after the park and when we got home. So there you guys go. There's a pro tip. Speaking of pro tips, as I mentioned almost through every single video we've done on our trip, you guys have to go check out Ear Scouts and learn about the Genie Plus. Of course, as we know now, that is changing back to Lightning Pass. And he's already put out a video for that and kind of calmed everyone's nerves about what that's all going to be about. So go check out his channel, learn about that from Lightning Pass with Ear Scouts.
It's going to be the same, like pretty much the same, just you get to book a few earlier, but everything else kind of stays the same.
Yeah, again, go watch his video. He explains it really, really well in real great depth. I've kind of already watched it once and I have a really good understanding. Mom's kind of right. It's a little bit of a merger of what used to be and what Genie Plus is currently. So it's going to be a bit of a mixture between the two, but definitely is exciting because who knows? We may be going back, maybe this year, maybe next year. Well, definitely next year.
Yeah.
No doubt about that, but there may be another trip in the works here. So I just wanted to quickly run through and rank the parks for me and what they were all about. For me, number 4 out of the 4 parks was, of course, Animal Kingdom. I don't know if it was just because it was super hot that day and not a whole lot for the kids to do in terms of rides because they're not tall enough for basically the major rides, Everest and Flight of Passage. Neither one of the kids can do, but maybe the next time we go,
I think we would have enjoyed it if the weather wasn't so hot.
Yeah, that was a big one. It was super hot that day. Of course, maybe we go in a different month and where it's a lot cooler. And then coming in at number 3 for us is definitely going to be Epcot, only because it's such a massive park and how much you have to walk at that park just to get to what I would call the most major rides, which is Frozen and of course Remy's, and they're completely out on opposite ends of the park, and it's just a lot of walking. It's also getting pretty hot on that day too.
I mean, there's just very few rides Epcot is awesome for eating,
Yeah.
drinks, everything like that. A very long distance for a few rides, so we love the rides there.
Oh,
but
no doubt.
just-
That's right. So coming in at number 2, this is where it gets a little bit difficult, especially because we had such a magical day on Memorial Day. But for me, number 2 is going to be Magic Kingdom. I love Magic Kingdom, especially because of Memorial Day. Go check out that video if you missed it. It was a completely empty park for us and really made it special. But I think the reason why I'm putting Magic Kingdom as number 2 is, again, just some of the ride selections are a little bit older in terms of how long they've been there and maybe not as dynamic as some of the other rides.
It's like just nostalgic. It's
Yeah.
like a nostalgic like rides, like Peter Pan, Small World, Winnie the Pooh, all those. Like they're not great rides, but
Yeah.
I think that's what everyone grew up riding as they were kids. So that's why everyone loves them.
And of course, I hadn't been in 20-something years, and I don't even think I've rode any of those rides, so it was really not really that nostalgic to me. So when we rode them, I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone's getting in line and wanting to ride these rides so much, but maybe
And-
that's what it is.
Did you hear they're refurbishing Peter Pan?
That's right. So Peter Pan's going down for 6 weeks and should be back online at the end of August. So no surprise here, at number 1 for us is Hollywood Studios, and of course for me it was mainly because of Star Wars Land. And if you missed that video where the stormtroopers interrogated me, that was one of the best experiences of my life. I had such a great time doing that. But of course, even all the rides there, the kids love Slinky Dog. I love Rise of the Resistance. There's just so much to do. You got Mickey's Runaway Railway, which is one of our top rides too. I mean, there's just so many rides to do there. Actually, in our top 5 of rides, that park had 2 of the top 5 rides. And of course, that was Mickey's Runaway Railway and Rise of the Resistance.
It's just like a different vibe. Magic Kingdom is like magical with the castle, good for littles, but Hollywood Studio, like just the vibe is different. It's like a little bit funner, like
Well, you got
faster
Toy Story
paced.
Land,
Yeah.
and you got Star Wars Land, and those are just like perfect for our family right now because that's where we're both at in our lives. I mean, I love Star Wars, they love Toy Story. They got Monsters Inc., which they also love that as well. I mean, just so much to do for kids our age, and of course people like me. And finally, one last thing, just talking about the hotel, the Polynesian was a great hotel resort to stay at. I would say that the food for me was pretty good in terms of just getting the quick service dining stuff. I mean, I loved all the food they had. I know that you were more into the pizza and not so much some of the pulled pork, but that's Hawaii and that's what it was mostly about. But of course, everyone raves about Ohana's breakfast, and for us it really wasn't that great in terms of the food, but the show or meeting the characters was actually really good. But it wasn't our top. Obviously, the Grand Floridian Park Fair, that was 100% our favorite character dining that we did, whether for breakfast or for dinner. That was our top one, both because the food was good and the characters were awesome. So with that, guys, that brings us to the end of our Disney World trip. But don't be depressed. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, because we're definitely going back. You're not going to want to miss the next time we go back.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just going to tell you right now, we do have something planned. It's going to be magical. You're not going to want to miss it. It's right around the corner. So make sure you're liking, subscribing. Of course, our next big adventure is our kid's birthday party, and that's right around the corner. And if you guys have been in the channel long enough, you know we go big for that. Thanks again for liking, subscribing. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Action shot.
Check it out. What's it all about?